All right, awesome. I know, Courtney, I didn't mute everyone the other day. And I was like, who is making noises? It was like someone I was laughing. I'm like, I could like kind of hear it. I'm like, oh, they're tired. Okay, so meet me standing on your mat. We're just going to start by reaching those hands up overhead for me. Big inhale, gaze goes up towards that ceiling. Just take that big reach for me. And then dive hands all the way down towards your mat. Hang there nice and heavy. I want you to feel the stretch in the back of your legs, and then you'll slowly roll yourself all the way back up to the top. Hands come behind your head, and then just hit those good mornings for me, nice and slow and controlled. So think about that hinge at your hips, that flat back, and then you'll stand and squeeze your glutes, heavy on the legs today, and get nice and warm for me here. Just waking everything up. You've got 8, 7, good, 6 and 5, final 4, 3 and 2. Meet me standing. We're going to start slow. Right leg is what's going to move, which means left leg, it just stays put and static and stabilizes this entire series. You'll start with that right side reverse lunge for me. So you're just going to bring that leg back, stand at the top, nice and slow and controlled. Anybody who has weights that decides they want to hold them, they'll come right down to your sides. And you're just thinking about that slight hinge forward as you lunge. As right foot steps back, I want you to think about pressing through that left heel. You're going to add a curtsy. So it's a reverse lunge, stand, curtsy lunge, stand. So you get to stand in between. I just want you to start adding that curtsy in. So as you reverse, you stand all the way up at the top, and then you're going to go into your curtsy lunge. So that right knee comes right behind that left ankle. You're here for a minute, so you still have a little bit more time. It's that reverse lunge, stand, curtsy lunge, and stand. You've got it. Reverse lunge, squeeze, curtsy lunge, and squeeze. About 15 more seconds here. You're going to bring that right foot back. You'll meet me in a split squat. You're still in these bigger movements. There's no pulses or anything like that right now. So think about full range as you stand, and then you'll tap that opposite knee back. 5 seconds to finish where you are. Meet me with that right foot back. You'll bring that knee down, stand and squeeze. So meet me in your split squat. I want you to think about relaxing your shoulders, bringing them away from your ears. As you sink down, you're pressing through that left heel. You should feel your left side firing up. So left glute, left thigh. Again, you do have that small hinge forward to bring this into your glute. If you stand up straight, it becomes more of a quad exercise, and I want you in your butts. 15 seconds, you're going to stay down low. You're going to tap curtsy, tap reverse lunge. So you do not stand anymore. You're just tapping each side. 10 seconds to go right here. 8, 7, good. 6, stay low. In 5, you have 4, stay low. In 3, beautiful. 2, 1, hold. Find your hinge. You tap curtsy, reverse lunge. Let your left leg fire up. If you have picked up weights, you're going to drop them for the final change. You should be on fire here. I need you to fight for it. Tap curtsy, tap reverse, tap curtsy, tap reverse. You can do it. You're holding for me in 5. Hold the reverse lunge in 3. Hold the reverse lunge in 2. Down, hold, down, hold, down, hold, freeze. It's a 10-second hold right here. Breathe. Bring that knee down. If you have weights, you drop them. You're going to give me that nice knee pull in 3. And 2, drive that right knee in and out. In and out. You can do it. Drive it in. Drive it in. 10, 9, 8, and 7. Finish it. 5, 4. Yes, you can. 3 and 2, 1. Rest. Take a big inhale. Dive those hands down. Step right back into your plank. I want a forearm plank. It is a minute here. Breathe for me. Your heart rate's up. It's a quick transition. You stand after this, but it's a forearm plank. Take a big inhale here for me. I know heart rate just came up, so we're going to settle. Bring your legs together if you can. I want you to zip up from your ankles into your inner thighs. Slight tuck of your tailbone under. Shoulders are right over top of those elbows. You're pressing into the mat in that plank. Good. Big inhale here. You have this. You're at your halfway point. I need you to focus on your breathing and where you're contracting. Can you pull belly button in towards your spine? Can you give me a slight tuck of that tailbone, even though you're in that plank? Now try pulling elbows towards your toes. It's more of a mental movement as you contract through your abs. Final 15 seconds. You're walking up to your hands for me. You're going to meet me in a downward dog, pedal out those legs here in 10, 9. Do not give up on this. We walk to our hands in 5 and 4. Start to walk up to your hands for me. 3 and 2. Now lift your butts up towards the ceilings and start to pedal out those legs. Take your time right here. Big inhale. Big exhale here for me. You're going to walk your hands into your feet into your hands. You're going to slowly roll yourself up. If you used weights on that left side, you need it on that opposite side. From here, right foot does not move, only your left foot. Keep your right foot stable. You go into your reverse lunge to start. You step back, you step together. I want you to stay slow and controlled in this reverse lunge. It's all foundational. I'm just trying to round through that booty, get a little bit of your quad and that hamstring. When you're in your reverse lunge, it doesn't have to be fast. You know the changes now, so take your time and breathe for me. When you step back into that lunge, what I need you to be thinking about here is, are you driving through that front stabilizing foot and squeezing your glutes at the top? I want you to start adding in that curtsy lunge here. So one reverse lunge, you stand, one curtsy, which means that that left knee comes right behind that right ankle, and then you step together and squeeze. Think about what's happening in your core. Normally I start you with abs, so it's already working. I want you to think about the contraction that's happening in your core as you step back and you step all the way up, driving through that heel for me. About 20 seconds to go. You're doing great. We keep that foot back. You're going to go into your split squat for me. So left foot comes back in 10 seconds. You hold and you just drop it down to a hover, lift and squeeze in 5, 4, good, 3, left foot comes back in 2, hold for me. You drop that knee down to a hover, lift and squeeze. Drop that knee down to a hover, lift and squeeze. Now watch what happens with your shoulders here. You keep them pulling away from your ears and you drive through that front heel. I want you to think about that slight hinge forward. Neck is long and strong, looking about 3 feet out in front of you. You have this. You're here for 20 more seconds before we hold at the bottom. You're on your dominant side here. So yep, breathe for me. You don't have to go any faster. 10 seconds, you stay down low. You can do this. Mental pep talk, same amount of love on this side. 5 and we hold. 4, 3 and 2. If you need to stand up one more time. Now you meet me in that hold at the bottom. You tap curtsy, you tap reverse. You tap curtsy, you tap reverse. You don't have to fly through it. Your goal is to stay low and not let this break. 20 seconds left. Tap curtsy, center. You can do it. Tap curtsy, you tap center. You have this. We hold the reverse lunge in 10, in 9. Yes, you can. 8 and 7. Hold the reverse lunge for me. Breathe. In 3, you freeze. In 2, you freeze. Last one, hold. Hold in that reverse lunge. Yes, you can. You can either put your hands together and pray through it. Hands can come to your hips. If you have weights, you drop them. We've got to do that knee driver one more time. In 3, good. In 2, start driving that knee in and out. If you need to just do the reverse lunge, that's okay. If not, all the weight is in that I'm like right leg, left leg, right leg, and you're just driving that left knee in. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Last 8 and 7. Go for 6 and 5. Do not stop. 4 and 3. Final 2, and you made it. Big inhale here. I know. Go right back into your forearm plank. Me dive those hands down. Full body is just working this morning. Right into your forearm plank. I want you to breathe here. We just let heart rates come up again. You're out of this first series in about 45 seconds. So really nice job. Breathe for me here. While you are breathing, I need you to think, can I pull my elbows towards my toes, contracting through that core? You are breathing. You're going to want to start to hold your breath. Your tongue's going to hit the top of your mouth. You're going to not do that. You're going to take a big inhale. Look to the edge of your mat and find where you can contract. Can you start to relax your heart a little bit here? Let it come down. I know that you're probably sweating. You have 15 seconds. You're going to be fine. You're hitting a child's pose for me. We rest one more time before we finish out those legs. Big inhale here. You have 5 seconds. Can you squeeze a little bit tighter? 4 and you rest. 3 and you rest. 2, press back, open knees up, find your rest. Child's pose for everybody. Big inhale. Nice. Find the exhale. Heart rates are going to come down for a minute. Big inhale, you have it. I'm going to make you stand one more time and then I'll bring you back to the mat. So you can find a downward dog, you can find an all four, however you'd like to slowly come back up to standing. No one gets dizzy on me. You'll roll yourself back up to the top. I do want you to give me some shoulder rolls to the back of the room, lowering and then lifting up towards those ears, and then reversing that circle for me opposite direction. We're going into a quick little squat series for that center booty. I want you to open your feet a little bit wider so your heels are on the mat, your toes are off of the mat. We start in just a body weight squat. So you'll sink all the way down. Can you get your glutes even with those knees? If you have any knee issues, you're just not going to come down quite as far. You lower down with control, big lift and squeeze for me. Think about your feet pointing to that 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock. Heels are driving down into the mat. As you are pressing and pulling your body down, it's like you're ripping a towel apart between your feet. And then you're keeping your knees pressing apart as you stand in that squat. You're going to now just come halfway up, all the way down, and then you'll come all the way back up for me. It should feel somewhat repetitive if you were on Tuesday or Thursday. We're just building on everything. All the way down, halfway up, all the way down, you rise to the top, big squeeze. You take your time. It doesn't have to be fast. You're a little bit wider in your stance than you were on Thursday. Breathe here for me. We have 20 seconds left in this change. All the way down, halfway, all the way down, and then you get to stand and squeeze. You better squeeze that booty for me. You're in your first hold in 8 and 7. I need you to come to the bottom and find that prayer position for me. You have it in 3. Stand one last time in 2, and then come down and hold. Everybody's holding. Bring your palms together. Press your palms together and relax your shoulders for me. Yes, Bart, looks great. Everyone is breathing here. Take a big inhale. On the exhale, what can you squeeze? Can you press knees apart 1 more inch? Yes, you can. You got to start giving me pulses now. Just squeeze, release. I know you want to stand. Don't do it. You fight. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. You have 6 seconds left right here. You're back to full range. Add a heel lift here in 5. Yes, you can. 4 and 3. Final 2. All the way up. Add a heel lift at the top if you can. You sink back down. If the heel lift is not available for you, don't even worry about it. You'll just come right back into those body weight squats. If not, big lift to the top, squeeze your triceps, act like you're Superman at the top, and then you sink all the way back down. Big squeeze, start to get those arms engaged. We're going to hit those next. 10 seconds left right here. You're back to your pulse at the bottom. I want 3 pulses and then that lift all the way to the top with your Superman arms. 5 seconds here. 4 and 3. Add 3 pulses at the bottom and 2. Here you go on 1. So you come down, pulse, down, pulse 2, pulse 3, and then you power all the way back up. Give me that heel lift. The pulse at the bottom is going to take away that momentum. It's a contraction. You are just squeezing and releasing. You do not have to fly through these. I want your butt to start to feel on fire here. 10 seconds left in this change. You're going to have 2 more. Don't forget the 3 pulses at the bottom. I want you to meet me at the bottom of your range. Bottom of your range in 3, in 2, bottom of your range. Lift your right heel, lower it. Lift your left heel, lower it. Stand and squeeze. Come back down. You lift your right heel, lower it. Lift your left heel. All the way up, all the way back down. You have 1 change left and you're out of it. I want you to take your time in the heel lift and the bottom. Calves will start to talk to you. You'll stand back up. My advanced folks, if you want to start lifting both at the same time, you can, but you got to stay low for me. All we have is a hold left. In 5, you're holding. Make sure you stand 1 more time. In 4, yes, you can. In 3, in 2, you meet me at the bottom of your range right here. If you can lift your heels and hold the heel lift, meet me in that heel lift. You have 8 seconds. 7, I'm going to stay right here with you. 6, 5, you're out in 4, lower your heels in 3, lower your heels in 2, 1, and you stand. You made it. Yeah. Those looks, I love dirty looks. Give me a nice little punch of those legs. Computers are going to come down. Weights are going to come with you because I'm going to hit your arms on the ground. Beautiful. Come to the back of your mat for me. You know, it's a high sock day for me. Reach all the way down. Walk yourself out. 3 changes in that forearm plank. There's no push-ups today, so I do have a lot of forearm planks. So that's nice of me. I feel like, yeah. So what I want you to do here is you're going to lift your right foot, tap it down, lift your left foot. It's just a hover. If the heel lift is not available, you're just in a hold for me. It's got to be slow and controlled. It doesn't have to be super high. Think just a couple inches off, just a couple inches. But I appreciate how high that lift is. Breathe through this for me. You are going to walk your feet out, in 3. Keep both feet down in 2. Yes, you can. Hold 1. Walk your right foot out, left foot out, in. Slow and controlled here. Breathe. You're going to fatigue the shoulders because you got a lot of pressure up there. I know, but I want you to think about your lower abs right here. Lower abs. Breathe. You can do it. 10 and we hold. 9 and we hold. 8. It's out, out, in and in. Anybody who's advanced, if you need that 5 seconds to just jump it in a plank jack, you're there. For 4, we hold. In 3, in 2, everyone freezes legs together. Last 30 seconds. Here is where your muscles start to change because you're going to want to take the break. If anything, you lower your knees and you stay in that modified plank. I need you to trust your body is fine. Take a big inhale. Think about what you've been working on. Pull elbows towards your toes. Belly button pulls into spine. I only need 10 seconds left from you. I know you have this. Everyone gets to take a rest. In 8, in 7, can you breathe for me? Don't hold that breath. Go 5 and 4. You rest. In 3 and 2, 1, rest. Press back. Beautiful. First series done. First 2 series done. Press those knees apart for me. Let them open up and just sink back into that child's pose. Let's just let heart rate come down. We're going to reset everything, set that intention, big inhale here, reaching towards the edge of that mat. And then you're going to come into an all 4 position for me. If we have any wrist issues, I'm okay if you need to sit back and find your hinge. If not, fold that mat. Your weight comes in your dominant hand first. So right hand, I think everyone's right-handed. We're just going to pretend now because I feel like we do have some lefties usually, like Emma. All right, so weight is in that right hand. I want you to lift all the way up to the top for me. Hold. 3 changes are hard right here. You're in your first hold. I need you to breathe through this. When you need to, you ditch the weight and you make a fist. It's quick, so you don't want to find too many breaks. Stay at the top. Now, can you set yourself up for success? Pull shoulders away from your ears. Start to pulse it up an inch and down an inch. The only reason that arm is moving is you are squeezing your tricep as tight as you can. Your arm's barely going to move. It's just a pulse in that squeeze. I want you to think about these long, strong, lean arms. As you pulse up, shoulder pulls away from you. If you decide that you need to come off that wrist, I'm okay with you pressing left hand across those legs and staying just right across your body. Yes, just so you keep that nice hinge for me, squeezing through those glutes. Can you turn this into a bend and press? Bend and press for me. Bend and press. It's one more change. That's it. Stay in the bend and press. Keep that arm above your hips. You can do this. Little bend and press. We just put the 2 together. You don't even finish with a hold. You pulse up, you bend and press. You pulse up, you bend and press. I need 20 seconds from you. I know that you have this. Squeeze your tricep and then give me that little bend and extend. It's like a hint of a bend and you're reaching to get rid of that weight, trying to hand it to me. You pulse up, you bend and press. 10 seconds. Can you hold on to it? 10 seconds for me. In 9, you put both arms down. In 8, in 7, you got it. 6 and 5, don't lose it. 4, 3, 2, drop weight, come into the all 4. We're not out of the series yet. You are going to drop your forearms to the mat, like your head's coming between your hands, and then you rise back up. Butt does not move. So if you're looking at this from the side, your forearms come down, head comes right between those hands, you press up. It all comes from those triceps. Tap it down, lift, squeeze. Tap it down, lift and squeeze. Don't let that butt move. Yes, nice, Andy. That looks good. 10 seconds here. 9, we go into that other side. 8, the closer your hands are to you, the harder this is. Nice pace, Sport. You've got 5, 4, 3, and 2. We come up on 1, sit back on your heels. Give me a roll of those wrists. Yep, you have it. We just got to hit that other side. You meet me in that all 4 position. Weight comes into your left hand. You have the option to press right hand across, but I need you in a really big lean forward because I want that hand up nice and high. You're in that first hold. I need you to just squeeze your triceps. Your abs should automatically engage. Pull belly button in towards your spine. Now start to pulse it up an inch and down an inch for me. I need you to focus on these triceps. I want you to make them stronger. I want you to think about a contraction coming from your tricep and not just your hand lifting. I want it to come from your arms. Those muscles contract and release. 8 and 7. We have a bend and press on deck. In 5, you have it. 4, 3, 2, little bend and extend. Yes, you can. Little bend and extend. Flat backs, belly buttons are pulled in. You can do this. Bend and extend. Really find that reach. Bend and extend. You've got it. 5. Nice. 4, 3. Add it together in 2. Here's where you have to fight. You pulse it up an inch. You bend and extend. Pulse it up an inch. Bend and extend. I do not care how many you get in because all I care right now is you squeeze as tight as you can and then you reach. Squeeze as tight as you can. Bend, press. 10 seconds is all I need from you. 8 and 7. Yes, you can. 6 and 5. You fight for it. 4. Beautiful. 3. Good. 2 on 1. Get rid of that weight. Last time in these nice forearm taps. Lower, squeeze to lift. Now your challenge will be to walk your hands a couple inches closer. Your head feels like it's just going to come right down to that mat, and that's okay. Relax your neck. Look to the back of that mat. Do not look at your thighs. Look forward. Good. Lower, right between those thumbs. Squeeze back up. Triceps should be talking to you. 10 seconds here. 9 and 8. We have it. 7. Yes, don't let that butt go anywhere. Really strong around those rooms. 4, 3, 2, find your child's pose. Rest. Press back, open knees, reach forward. Let your back take a moment here. Good. Big inhale. Still in those arms. You're going to meet me Indian style in a second. If it doesn't feel good, you can extend a leg or you can meet me standing. Come back up now, and then you're going to bring a weight on each side of you. You'll ditch weights whenever you need to. Let's work on that posture here as we're sitting in those arms. Big inhale. Release shoulders down for me. Seated arms right here. You're going to take your weights. You're going to meet me in that goal post position. Meet me in that goal post position. Good. From here, your right side extends. Good. And then you give me a hammer curl. Just your right side. Press for the shoulder press. Extend and squeeze. Do not let that left elbow go anywhere. Extend, squeeze your tricep and bicep. Press overhead. That left arm is going to want to start to sink down. We're not going to let it. 8 and 7. Good. 6. Extend and squeeze. You bend and press right here for 5. Nice. And 4. We've got it. 3 and 2. We hold on. 1. Left side moves. Press it up. Pull it down. Extend, bend, press, pull, extend, and bend. That right side is squeezing that weight. That elbow stays nice and high. You have it. 8 and 7. Beautiful. 6 and 5 right here. It's 4 and 3. Final 2. Arms both go together just in your press. Ditch the hammer curl right now. We press it up. We pull it down. Press and squeeze and pull it down. When you pull down, I need you to contract through your abs. 8 seconds here. Nice posture. Shoulders are relaxed. 5 and 4. Good. 3 and 2. We hold arms in that goal post position. Hit that hammer curl again for me. So I want you to think as you squeeze that weight, your weights are not going to touch your arms. Right to that 3/4 in. Extend, squeeze triceps here for 10. 9, you have it. Arms stay out nice and long. Here's where you're going to start to fatigue. 5 and 4, hold on to it. 3, good. 2, arms stay out on this next one. Freeze. Palms are back and forward. They go back of the room, front of the room. When you start to burn out, you ditch the weights. You keep going body weight for me. Can you add that bend and press in? Bend, press. Bend, press. Yes, you can. Bend, press. Bend, press, keep going. 15 seconds, bend and press. You ditch it and you breathe here. Nobody holds their breath on me. Go 10, 9, you have 8. Yes, hold on to it. You have 5, 4, good. 3, hold in 2, 1, palms face me. Make a goalpost. You squeeze in, press out. Squeeze in, press out. Keep your core stable here. You have 10 and 9. Give me 3 more changes and you take a break. And 5, 4, glue the weights together. If you ditch the weights, your arms are going to come in a little bit closer. 2, last one, weights come together, start to squeeze. I don't need forearms to touch. I need you to feel the burn happening down the sides of your arms. I know. Now squeeze and press, squeeze and press, squeeze up and in now. Up and in, add the pulse. Up and in, add that pulse. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You have a hold to finish this out for me. You can do it. Arms are going to come long and strong. Breathe for me here. 8 seconds. 7, 6. I like when you miss me. 5, and you can think about me with those arms tomorrow. 4, 3, and 2. Everyone opens your goalpost. You extend, palms face the back of the room. Walk arms in an inch. Now you squeeze your triceps as tight as you can, and you give me 15 seconds here. Big inhale. On the exhale, we reach a little bit further. We contract through your abs. 10, 9 and a rest. 8 and 7. We're here for 6 and 5. You've got it. 4, don't drop it. 3, 2, 1, rest. Drop weights down. Ah, that felt good. Bring right arm across your chest. Big inhale here. And exhale. At Barry's, we do dips all the time. Those kill me. Dips on my wrist too. I'm like, on those benches, switch those arms out for me. Left arm comes across. I'm like, how do I get better? We were doing switch burpees today, like burpee, jump, face the other direction. I'm like, this feels like not what I want to be doing at 8:30 on a Saturday, but here we are. From here, you're gonna come onto your back. We hit those abs now. I'm pumped about this. My favorite part, we finally made it to it. So I want you to bring feet flat on the mat, and you're gonna roll all the way down for me. You'll walk your feet in a little bit closer. I'm flowing through it quickly because I just have so much I wanna do with you guys. Let your elbows fall to the side. Take a big inhale. On your exhale, you lift up, 2, 3, pulse, 2, 3, lower down with control. Exhale up, 2, 3, pulse up, 2, 3, and you release it. So I need you coming up fairly high here. I want you off of those shoulder blades. I want you to think in your pulses. I know you're at the top of your range, so it's going to be just a little lift. Press your head into your hands. Elbows stay nice and wide. As you pulse up, I need you to think about pulling your belly button in towards that spine, pressing your lower back onto the mat, and then tucking under. So lots happening in those lower abs to help get you off the mat as well. 10 seconds here. So you're going to come up 2 more times in those pulses. Now lower down for me. You have this. Up. Good. 2, 3. Can you hold for me after these 3 pulses? 2. Good. Freeze. Reach hands toward your ankles. Tap those left pinky toes. Tap those right. Slow and controlled. You tap. You come through center and you tap. Do not rush it. I want you to feel such a big pinch down your side body in your obliques. We have 10 seconds here. Good. 9. You have it. 8 and 7. Beautiful. 6. I'm going to flow you through this. You take a break when you need. 3 and 2. Come back to center. Hands come behind your head. You lower down. You are going to float your legs to tabletop for me. Now we lift again. Up. 2, 3. Hold at the top. You tap your right toe. You tap that left toe, and then you lower head, neck, and shoulders. Exhale, up, 2, 3, come nice and high. Tap your right toe. You tap your left toe, and then you lower down with control. Exhale, right back up. So all we've done now is you're still in that 3 count up. Instead of a pulse at the top, you're in an isometric hold, so you can tap your toes. You got to take it slow. A lot happening in those lower abs. 10 seconds, and you're going to meet me at the top here in 8. Good. In 7. Control that lift. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. Last time down in that crunch, just hold at the top for me. Hold at the top. Hold at the top. Yes, you can. Take your hands. You reach them towards your ankles. You extend arms and legs long. You reach towards those ankles. Modification, you're just going to come into that tight little ball at the top, or you're just giving me this nice suitcase. I was going to say lunges, crunches. Reach, full extension. Reach, full extension. Yes, you can. Big reach. 2 more. Full extension. Last one. Big reach. Full extension. Come back in. Grab those shins. Lower head, neck, and shoulders. First break. Tiny little rock from side to side for me here. Feet come back flat on your mat. Hands come behind your head. Now I need you to lift up in your crunch and you hold for me right here. Hold for me right here. You're going to take right hand, reach it past that left knee. Back to center, reach left past that right. You do not lower down. You're back in your obliques right here. You can do it. Come up 1 inch higher. Think about shoulder blades coming off of that mat for me. Yes, you can. You're going to want to lower head, neck, and shoulders here. I want you to fight to stay lifted. Modification, lower down. If you feel anything happening in your neck or you feel like you're straining, you're going to modify a little bit and you're going to focus on your breath and where you're tucking under in those lower abs. 10 seconds here. Yes, you can. 9 and 8. You extend and reach. Hand comes back behind your head. Extend and reach. I'm just really going for your obliques right now. 5 seconds. 4. Good. 3. Last 2, come back to center. Just give me crunches. Lower down. Exhale, lift. Single it out. Lower down. Exhale, lift. We got bicycles coming next. I know you're pumped for them. 10 and 9. We stay lifted. We float legs to tabletop in 5. Good. In 4. In 3. Last 2. Hold at the top for me. Float legs to that tabletop. Slow control bicycles. Twist and twist. Can you get that elbow past that knee? Can you come up 1 inch higher? We're going slow so that you can reach further. 15 seconds, don't break. I know you can do this. Can you pick up that pace just a hint for 10, for 9, keep getting elbow to knee. You rest in 7. Yes, you can. 6 and 5. We rest in 4 and 3. Final 2, knees into chest rest. Knees into chest rest. You have it. Take a big inhale. Take a big inhale. From here, cross those ankles, rock yourself up. It's your final plank of the day. Final plank of the day. It's just you're pumped. I know you are. Forearm planks for everyone here. Shoulders, I know, are tired. Find that forearm plank. You have a little bit of work here, and then we finish with those glutes. So you're almost done. Got about 7 minutes of work left. Take a big inhale here for me. Legs are squeezing together. I want you to think to yourself while you're in this forearm plank, where can I squeeze a little bit tighter? Can I mentally tell myself I'm a little bit stronger than the first time I did this plank this morning? You're going to go into your hip dips if they're available for you. If not, you stay put. You're going to rock those hips to the right side, and then you're going to come over to the left. Pretend like you're making that. It's not a frown. It's a nice upside down smiley face, like you're coming over that big beach ball. If you don't feel your obliques tomorrow, I have definitely done something wrong, because they should be a little bit fatigued. Right side, come over to that left side. You meet me center in 3. Good. Give me 2 more. Yes, you can. On this last one, you come to center. I want you to walk your feet again. Out, out, in. Stay square. Do not let those hips start to rise up. I want you to think about lower abs and those legs moving. You finish in a hold, and I won't make you do a plank again. You have 10 seconds, 9 and a hold, 8, I know, 7. This is, you should be fatigued. We're coming down to the end of it. 5 and 4, final 3 and 2. Everyone holds right here. This is it. This is where I need you to give yourself a mental pep talk. Take a big inhale. On your exhale, you are thinking about how strong you are in your core as you pull that belly button in. You are pulling elbows towards your toes. Less than 20 seconds, you can do this. As you're breathing, tell your mind that you are fine. You can even close your eyes. 10 seconds. Can you give me the biggest squeeze and contraction in those abs for 8 and 7? Yes, you can. 6 and 5, final 4, child's pose in 3, 2, 1. You made it. You're done with planks. Press back, open knees up. Shoulders are tired, but again, no push-ups. So it's like a gift. We're going to finish in those legs, which will be nice. I'm going to keep you on those forearms, though I'm not going to make you do anything on your wrists. But I do want to go into some donkeys and some plans. You are going to come down onto your forearms for me. Take a big inhale here. I want you to think about starting in that right side, because I want you to finish non-dominant today. So you're going to bring the weight into that left foot. You're going to flex through your right foot for me. Press into that mat. We lift all the way up so the bottom of that foot stamps the ceiling. Knee comes back into that hover. Keep your heel close to your seat. We're going to get into center booty, line under your butt, and go a little bit into that hamstring. Nice. As you reach that foot up, it's just the donkey kick. You got this. 3 changes on this side, we go into the other. So I don't want you to think you're going to be here forever. You have less than 5 minutes of work. I need your heel to come in close to that seat. Yes, really nice and slow. Find the squeeze at the top. If you don't find that squeeze at the top, this isn't going to work for you. You have 5 seconds. You hold at the top for me in 4. Good. In 3, you have 2. Now I want you to stay and just squeeze up an inch and down an inch. Can you bring your heel a hint closer? Yes. Now squeeze from your center booty. Your foot does not lead this. It all comes from your butt. 8 seconds right here. You can do it. 7. Keep going. 6 and 5. You're there for 4. Hold on to it. 3. Last 2. On 1, you freeze. You extend that foot. You bend, bring your heel back in. That nice hamstring extension. You bring that heel towards your seat. You squeeze that glute. You keep that leg up nice and high. You have 10 seconds here. Full extension. Keep that knee lifted. Your knee's going to want to come in. You're going to keep it up there. You're going to extend that leg, find that length. You bend it in. Yes, you can. 8 and 7. We have 6 seconds. Keep that leg up there. 5. You have it. 4 and 3. Beautiful. 2. On 1, knee comes in. There's no break. You switch out those sides. You flex through your left foot. You lift it up. You bring your knee in. I need you to press away from that mat. You look right in between those hands. Look to the edge of that mat. Focus on that left glute now. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Yes, you can. Big squeeze every time that you come up to the top of that range. You have it. Squeeze and release. Can you hold it up and pulse for me on this next one? Start to pulse it out. Think to yourself, am I squeezing in the center of that glute? As you come up an inch, the only reason you're lifting is because of the squeeze. 8 seconds here. 7, you go into that hamstring extension for me in 5. In 4, knee stays right where it is. In 3, you have this. 2, freeze on 1, full extension, pull that heel in. full extension, squeeze on the extension, then drive that heel towards your seat. You have this. 10 and 9, good. 8 and 7, 6 more seconds here. 5, beautiful. 4, fight for 3, in 2, on 1. You're gonna bring that knee down. You're gonna walk up to your hands for me. Walk up to your hands. You're gonna take 1 cat-cow, drive belly button down, look up to see where that ceiling meets the wall. Then you're gonna pull belly button in. You have this. Come back to your neutral spine. You are gonna extend right foot, left arm, bring it back down to center. Left foot, right arm. We're just switching out on those extensions. Find the stretch. Active recovery here. You squeeze your glute, you reach your arm. You squeeze your glute, you reach your arm. We're gonna add on to this. You're still alternating, but you're gonna add that elbow to knee, extend, drop down. Big reach, elbow to knee, extend, back down. Keep switching it out. Everything finishes right here. You have 20 seconds. Everyone's in a child's pose and you're out. Active recovery to finish this last little bit of work. Finishing abs, finishing arms, finishing legs. 10 seconds for me, please. 9, 8, good. 7 and 6, beautiful. 5, keep reaching. Tuck and squeeze. 3 and 2, child's pose on 1. You made it. Child's pose right here. Big inhale. Press all the way back. Let those knees open up. It'll cut off in about a minute. So I'm going to give us some time just for that stretch. Big inhale here. Take that right arm. Can you thread it underneath of your left and let that cheek hit the mat just to feel that shoulder stretching, that back stretch. You'll come back through center. You're going to bring that opposite arm underneath. Bring your cheek down to that mat for me. Hold there for 3. Good. For 2. On 1, meet me in that all 4. Hit a couple of different cat-cow stretches. I'm going to leave you here to keep stretching for me. Drop belly button down. Look up to see where that ceiling meets the wall. And as you tuck under, I'll see everybody Tuesday, Thursday. I'm going to be back on next Saturday. We're back in the groove. Have such a great rest of the day. So good to see you guys.